Okay, welcome back. We are going to round out the episode as per usual with Certification Corner. Omar, what do you have for us this week?
We're going to start the Osaka campaign.
Ooh.
So, yeah, one of my favorites, one of my first ones that I took way back in the day. Osaka's CISM, Certified Information Security Manager. Osaka, I probably should have looked up what Osaka stands for, but in general, it is a former collection of auditors that are now much more focused on the cyber auditing side of the house. It's very infosec focused, but it can't shed, I think, its roots in it was once upon a time a big group of auditors. So, information security manager, why does it matter? What is it good for? You want to
You're
chime
asking me?
in? Okay. No.
Oh,
I
well, no,
you
no.
seemed
Well, I
you
was
seemed
going to
like you
say
wanted.
it's
Okay.
no, I was going to say about because with the Saka being the auditors, there's the same guys who do the quite confusing the same guys who do the quite confusingly named CISA
They
qualification,
do.
don't they?
They do. They do the CISA. There's a couple of IT governance frameworks
Hmm.
that they're pretty good at pumping out. I'm a fan. You're going to see COBIT pop up when you do your research along the Osaka side of the certification household. But essentially, with the CISM, and we'll go into the CISA, we'll go into the other four on subsequent episodes. I want to do a full run through.
Yeah.
For the
But this
CISM,
week this week we're basically on CISP's managerial brother, aren't we?
exactly. I think they're cousins, kissing cousins,
Yeah.
brothers, step siblings, however you want to call it. I'll go. I'll bring up my bottom line. I won't bury the lead. You want to do this one right around when you do the CISP, flat out. Studying for one folds and overlaps so well into studying for the other.
Hmm.
While you can't get a discount for doing both, you still get a 2-for-1 in terms of the time you spend preparing. I have a little
That's a good idea.
comparison over. Yeah, honestly, it's the best way to do it. I think I did the CISM as a run up to the CISP. If I remember correctly, I did but I've seen folks do it the other way. What I want to say is don't let too much time go between killing one and killing the other, because if not, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're going to be
It's not
retreading things.
it's not efficient
No,
study time, is it?
not at all. If you wanna end up doing the one or two a month, and go be a psycho that way, you wanna do these close together.
Yeah.
The the CISP is definitely broader in scope. The CISM focuses on, you got your governance, your risk management, your program management, and your incident management. So that's four domains comprised of anywhere between 17 and 30% of everything you're going to get tested on. The CISP has five or six, depending on which version or how you want to split them out, but a little bit broader of a focus there. So that is one of them. So really, I would still say study for both of them at the same time. My personal take, and I'm not, unless Asaka wants to throw us, an affiliate link here or there. I don't think you need to do the proprietary preparation for it. Remember,
Hmm.
for the CompTIA, I said the Cert Master was amazing, but it was pricey. It's the same thing. I haven't even taken the proprietary stuff. I never, I got by on just buying, the official books. I would absolutely do the official books and the official
Yep.
practice test collection. So you're buying two books, but outside of that, you buy two books per each of Osaka's. You're right as rain. The official book and the test prep. It's one of their big five, as I mentioned. CISA, which is more for straight up auditing. C-Risk, which is coincidentally for risk management professionals. The CDPSE, which is their stab at, I think, breaking into IAPP's world
Ooh,
with
whoa, whoa, whoa.
privacy.
Dial it back. Yeah, yeah. Acronym undefined.
Oh, what
Uh,
the International Association of Privacy Professionals, IAPP?
um,
They've got the market cornered on privacy,
gotcha.
and if you're gonna go and really try to make a go of privacy,
Hmm.
or a privacy related certification or privacy related role that you're trying to shoot for,
Yeah.
They're top notch. I liked Osaka's take on a privacy certification. It was a bit more rooted in the technical implementations thereof. IAPP does have equivalent stuff in terms of even just being the technological implementation of privacy rules. So it's kind of one in one hand, one in the other, but I wasn't mad at it. And that happens to be the newest one that Osaka put out there. And then, in my opinion, the crowning achievement for if you're on the governance or information security, InfoSec governance side of the house, the CGEIT, the one I would take the last at the end. It's the one we're going to cover at the end of this Osaka run. But those are their big five, right? So you have, it's going to cost you, if you're a member of Osaka, $575. If you're a non-member, $760. So it's right in that mid-range. It's nothing insane. I would highly recommend, if you're going to make a run at the full 5, if you're trying to get the Infinity Gauntlet of your Osaka certifications, plop down the $145 for membership. It's going to save you over time. It's going to save you enough money where it's going to be a decent investment. And it's, I have to say, for a certifying body, the events and the continuing ed stuff that they put forward, it's actually pretty decent. I'm not mad at it. There's some stuff where I wish was like, hey, listen, I wish you didn't have my email anymore. I just want to take your cert. Please leave me alone. But you need my email in order for me to do my continuing ed credit. So I guess you have to have it. But for Osaka's, they put on, they have good local chapters. They have great GRC centered programming and events that you could attend virtually or in person. They do cons as well. So I'm not mad at it. $145 for membership saves you over the 5 if you go for it, which why not, right? If one is good, more is better. It's going to save you some money. You can take it remote or on site. They're not weirdos like CISSP or the ISC squared where they go, you're just going to be dirty cheaters if you take it online. So thankfully, that's a plus in its corner for me. Very similar to the CISP. It's 5 years required, but you can waive 2 of those years based on education. And it is really very equivalent.
2 years now.
2 years, yep. So you can technically just do the 3 years of experience with enough education to kind of test out or waive those final pesky 2 years of experience. And it's
what are
pretty
those
similar.
What are those 2 years kind of gonna be? What sort of,
Bachelor's
a
and master's
university
degrees.
degree for
University
one
degrees
tends to count for you for at least 1 year, and what would anything else that
it can go up to 2 years. I think with a master's degree you can knock out 2. Yeah, they give you they give you another year on top of that for being there. Yeah, and then finally your the test itself, 4 hours, very similar to the CISP. 150 multiple choice questions. What I will say is that unlike the CISP, it's not going to adaptively score you. So it's not like you can go on Reddit and say, hey, listen, I passed the CISP in 100 questions because I'm amazing, which just happens to be the lowest amount that they'll let you do. If you're doing really well and you hit question 100 and you're doing amazing, they'll say no need for the other 50. For Osaka,
they kind of extrapolate through what your score is likely to be.
Yeah, 100%, right? So that's almost bragging rights, where you can say, "Hey, I got it done in 45 minutes and only 100 questions," right? If you're a psychopath. For Osaka's, you have to do the full 150. They give you the 4 hours to do it, so it's not like it's a speed run by any means. And as I said before, the bottom line on this one for me is, if you're doing the CISP, which it's just a rite of passage in this game, it's one of those things that's just required to hit a HR box there. Do this one as well. You're going to save yourself a heck of a lot of time, and don't let some time lag. Literally, I remember I knocked out the CISM and then I studied for a month for the CISP and got them just because it's not anything of like brain trust type situation. It's just that all the time I put into the CISM was very convertible to preparing for the CISSP.
That's fair enough. So I've had it on my list for a good while now, and I have simply not got round to it.
2025.
Shame on
2025. Me. All right. It's gonna be your year.
Well, I might try and pitch it before the end of the year, but we'll see where that happens.
Well, then in 25, CGEIT then, right? We're gonna keep you rolling.
All right. Let's see. All right. Okay. Anything else that we should be knowing about CISM?
Not really. I think it's the sister, kissing cousin, high five friend of the CISP. Take them both together and thank me later.
Cool. Good stuff. Right. Well, that was CISM from Asaka, which the transcription has been doing woefully at picking up correctly every single time that we say it. The first one, it came up as Osaka, and it's had multiple different variations since.
Right.
So I don't know whether I'll even bother correcting all of those on the
It knows karate.
on the transcript.
It knows karate.
Anyway, right. Well, that has been our episode today. So we've had an awful lot in the news. I don't know how much whether I'm gonna cut any of it out of there or how much I'm gonna be able to manage. We don't know. We had a fantastic conversation with Andy Kazushin. I think we'll probably have him again at some point in the future because there's much more that I want to ask. It was a really interesting conversation. And then rounding off with CISM in Cert Corner, and I'm going to see how the SEO search engine optimization stuff works with Cert Corner, because that actually is getting some interesting hit volumes through from people searching specific terms, as we have seen. So well done, Omar. But as always, we will leave you on this muggy Labor Day weekend. I've not had the fan on. I'm actually quite hot. We'll leave you on this muggy Labor Day weekend and enjoy your time after listening to this. I never really know how to end these.
Have a blast. We'll come back.
Yes, that's it. And actually, rounding off, hit that subscribe button, whether you're on YouTube or Spotify or wherever, and we will see you again in episode 11, which again, I cannot remember what we've actually got slated for that, but it's going to be something interesting.
Spinal Tap episode.
Have a good one. Bye bye. It's just processed. Bye bye.